Where do you want to go? To the zoo? You want to go to the zoo, McDonald's, or the park? Or what would you choose? The park.
Good
You
answer.
like it. Why do you like the park so much? What's fun about it?
Anybody just coming in and y'all joining us, I have a special show for y'all today. You would not believe I am in the studio. Yes, baby, I'm in the studio. This is the laws of life. So if you missed this in the beginning, come on in, join the queen. I want you to meet some people. We're on to something, baby. Here you go.
Well, you are an amazing little princess, and I am so proud of you. Everybody give Genesis a big round of applause. All right, Genesis. So we're going to go into the interview with Mark. So we're going to bring you back in a couple minutes. Go have a seat with your mom, and we'll bring you back in a couple of minutes for your next conversation. Give it up.
Purple's my favorite color. Look, I want my favorite purple bracelet.
I love you, Genesis. You're amazing. You're going to come back in a few minutes. Right now, we are going to put the spotlight on Mark. He's our guest of honor for the day. So, Mark, what is the #1 law of life that Gloria Steele taught you?
That's a great question. She taught me a lot. I would probably say be authentic.
Be authentic?
Yep. Because out of all the things that I've learned and watched from her, she said what she wanted to who she wanted whenever she wanted with zero filter. And I believe that as she got a little older, the filter might have got a little lessened. But at the end of the day, as you heard me say this, I'm not for everyone.
Yep.
I have a lot of people that love me, but you know what? If you don't like what's coming out of my mouth, there's 8 billion other people you can go talk to, go play with. If you don't like the message coming out of you.
You know, it's interesting. My mother as well, Sheila Perper, was a huge firecracker. She had tremendous.
No way.
She had tremendous confidence. Was a incredible dresser, like queen, just a lady, elegant. Always well dressed. Always well dressed. Loved to shop. Loved to shop. Loved to. She was a great mom. She would take me shopping, and she was really, really a great mom.
Look at you dressing, see the closet. So yeah, I would expect nothing less from Mama Blanca.
Actually, when my mom passed away, she wore a size 7 shoe. We couldn't wear the same shoe. And she had the Chanel shoes and the Prada shoes. So literally, I flew to New York with
Y'all remember I wear an 11.
and gave them to my friends Jennifer and Blake, and they both wear a size 7. And I said, please wear these shoes in good places and pick a shoe like you know.
What size are you?
9. Now, you say your mom taught you how to be authentic, but she never used that word.
No.
So was it her being real and unfiltered is what you loved her
Yeah,
about her?
yeah, I think so. It's funny because I feel like authentic now is like a big buzzword in the past 5 or 6 years with all the coaching and self-help and find yourself, and you can call it whatever you want to call it, but you know, my mom was acting like that before I was born. So, you know, I guess she always was like that. Because I asked stories to her older brothers and sister, and they're like, yep, she was the one, you know, when they were in schoolyard, and she'd come over and say, all right, stop the game, include me. Or she was the one who was like at the party, and like, why is everyone sitting here doing nothing? Get up and start dancing. So, yeah, you know, it's authentic with actions, it's authentic with comments, it's authentic with point of view. I'm not saying go out and be, you know, ridiculous or crass or crude about it, but pretty much, you know, I don't want to say it was her way or the highway, which was kind of like the saying that a lot of people cliche and use, and they sometimes adapt that lifestyle within reason. But yeah, just being authentic. You know, I was talking to Bruce Starr the other day, we met a few times, and we were just talking about like this life is too short to just be fake. Like, why be fake? Why put up with nonsense? Why be surrounded by negativity? Why, like, there's just an infinite amount of time. And, you know, again, to keep quoting cliche things, we all have the same amount of time. I don't care whether you make 10,000, 10 million, 10 billion, have 24 hours in a day. So the big $1 million question is, what are you gonna do with your time? Are you gonna maximize it? Are you gonna enjoy it? Are you gonna have fun with it? Or are you gonna walk around like a sheep or a zombie or be mad or like, what's the point? Complaining does nothing, being miserable serves no one, being arrogant or obnoxious or rude to people, not gonna get you very far in this world. So yeah, no filter, have fun, be silly, and just keep going.
And what do you remember?
It's so funny you said that because I remember when I was in my fraternity, we had an interview everybody, and we had an interview book, and we had to write it, and I was helping make part of the questions because I was found more than hundreds of people how to do this. And one of my last questions was, if you could write one word on your tombstone, what would that word be?
Ooh, that's a good
That's
question.
a really, really difficult thing to answer. One word only, because I am definitely a lot of words. But I'm going to think back, and I still remember what my answer was, and I'm going to say intense.
Intense? That's what you want on the
I want to
tombstone?
be intense.
That's a little intense.
I know it's a little intense, and it maybe a couple people could think of it as a negative connotation, but to me, you can have great intensity. You know me, I'm intense. Like,
You're not. You're a teddy bear.
I know, yes, but you can still be an intense teddy bear. Just think about it.
You're
think
an
about
intense
the gym.
teddy bear?
No. Yeah. I'm an intense teddy bear. I just made up a new, like, forget about what's the Care Bears and the Hugger Bear and the Build-A-Bear. I'm an intense bear.
I'm gonna give you a compliment. Like, intense to me means like hostile, aggressive, negative forces. Like, I don't associate you with that word. Let's take a poll. Joey, is Mark intense? Mark, Joe,
That's so
take
funny.
your
Jeanette's like, no way.
Jeanette, come off mute. Come off mute, Jeanette.
I think you're on mute, Blanca.
How's that? Blanca's on mute.
Oh my
Can you hear
God.
me,
You guys,
Jeanette?
can you hear me now? Oh my God, I am so, they didn't hear. I apologize. Can you forgive me?
Jeanette's already going, no way, he's
What the
not
hell
intense.
is wrong with me? Okay, so you didn't hear the Genesis interview? You didn't hear any of that? I come on. All right, so that's okay. We're learning together, okay? This is why we need a full-time online engineer and a full-time video engineer. This is why we need a $2 million investor for the laws of life so that we can go to the, okay, I digress.
I think
Let's go back to the beginning. I want to welcome our online audience. Joey Lewis is here.
I agree with her. I agree.
Jeanette is here. Julian Trujillo is here. Elisa Lynch is here.
Hey.
Elisa, come on camera. Casey Kane is
She's in
here.
the gym, and I said,
Casey
yeah,
is a new friend that I met through Neo on Saturday night at the Peace Alliance. Come on camera. Take yourself off mute. This is an interactive dialogue. So, Mark brought up a very interesting question.
There she is in the
There's
gym.
Elisa. Here's the question. Mark said that he wants on his tombstone the word intense. I said, you are a teddy bear. I associate intense with negativity, hostility. I don't know. I just don't think that's your word.
So here we go. I'm going to use Lindsay's quotes. I would implore you to see my language through this lens. That's very coachy talk. Intense could be a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm intense with my
It is.
workouts. I'm intense with my business. I'm intense with my
Intense.
celebrating life, we'll call it. Just anyone who's hung out with me and you know, when I wake up, I'm intense.
Mhm.
I'm going. I'm Mark Spark right out of the gate. Now, I get what you're saying. Intense could be hostile, rude, aggressive, angry, but I don't look at it that way. I look at whatever I do, I go full throttle.
That's right.
I hit right to the gas. There's no
Yep.
like half-assing it. I have a flat ass, but I don't do half-ass. So, I know, I laugh about that. I build asses for a living. I'm a trainer 16 years and I can't build my own. So good for Lisa being in the gym
Listen,
while being on here.
go-
Go to the gym, everybody.
Lisa.
Oh, look, she just popped up.
All
I
right,
think I'm
so Jeanette, you had a comment. You don't think that, you still can't hear me?
She can hear you. That's because you're on mute,
Take-
Jeanette.
Take yourself
can't hear
off
you.
mute, Jeanette. You don't know how?
And while you're thinking about that, I'm
Alright,
going to think of another word.
ask you to unmute.
Mm-mm.
I'm
I
gonna
like
ask
that
you
word.
to
Use,
unmute,
keep
and I'm
intense.
gonna enable your mic. See, I
Don't we
know
agree?
if you-
We say
Alright, now
keep
talk,
intense. No, we're not going outside of the word intense.
All right.
Intense.
Hold on.
Where's that coming from?
It comes from the speaker.
Look, Jeanette,
Let me raise the volume.
from somewhere out there.
One of the team.
By
Put
way,
the
that
screen
Mark,
up there.
Your screen lighting looks very like crunched.
All right, Jeanette, the stage is yours. Tell us what you think of the word intense in combination with Mark Siegel. Do you agree or disagree? Let's go. Let's
I
get
totally
fired up,
agree.
guys.
You have to be
Let's get
intense.
this room
You
going.
have to be intense in what you're doing, otherwise why are you doing it?
Ooh, so that's a vote for you. Let's go over to Joey Lewis. Joey Lewis, do you agree or disagree?
Joey's on mute, he has to
You're on
donate to
mute,
Feeding
Joey.
America for my charity.
Agree.
Go ahead, Joey. Unmute yourself, baby.
Let's go back.
That's where I need to be.
$50 fine, you can donate to charity.
There we go.
There you
There
go.
we go.
You sent $50 anyway, Joey.
Agree or disagree?
I totally 100% agree, but it would not give me the option of mute until just now. But I still love you both.
Okay. So you think that intense is the right word for Mark Siegel? You agree?
100% I would use that to describe Mark Siegel.
See that?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, let's go to Elisa Lynch. Elisa, what is your opinion on this hot debate? Do you think Mark is intense?
Just a tad bit.
And while we have Elisa on the camera, what law of life have you learned from Mark Siegel?
Oh boy. Live each day to the fullest.
Live each day to the fullest. I love that. And I want to re-welcome Casey, who's here that I met on Saturday night.
Oh, yeah.
Casey, so as everybody knows, this is the Laws of Life talk show where we share our laws of life, we share stories. But you did bring up an incredible question, and it is like, what word, God forbid, may we live to be 150, do you want on the tombstone? For me, the word would be.
I know, can I guess?
Sure.
Love.
Exactly.
I already know.
How did you know that?
Because you're my sister from another mister.
All right, let's ask some of our audience members. Casey,
I
what
answer
word
that.
would you have on your tombstone? What one word?
I don't know. I have to think about that. But one word came was the legacy.
Which one?
Legacy?
Legacy.
I like that.
How about you, Olga? What would you put on yours?
Hold on, do I have to go off mute?
Yes.
Wait, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, there's some echo. Okay, so you're gonna answer this for me.
Okay.
So there's no echo. I would put happiness.
Happiness.
Because that's the whole point of being here, is searching for your happiness.
That's the whole.
And you can be intense searching for your happiness. You can be overwhelming searching for your happiness. You can be going through something. But in the end, it's just trying to find your happiness. So
This is true. That's what we're all searching for.
love is happiness, right? Everything we do,
One more word.
if you find your love, you become happy, you become peaceful, you enjoy
I
that
think
moment.
you need to come up here. 'Cause, like, you're like flowing with diamonds. You're dropping diamonds, and the TikTok audience wants to see you too. And you're hot, so come on the stage.
Come on over, shine bright
My
like a
beautiful
diamond.
sister. All right.
Hi.
So you want happiness,
Happiness.
on your tombstone.
Yes, because that's the one thing that we're always in search of. When we first come out and we're looking for a mother's breast, we're looking for the happiness that is being full. From there, we're looking for the love that brings us happiness. From there, we're looking for a partner, we're looking for children. We're looking for whatever brings us that happiness. And a lot of times, we're looking for it from the outside. And what we don't realize is it's actually coming from within. So once we have that, our intensity increases, our love increases, our ability to overcome difficulty increases, our survival increases, all from one root, which is happiness.
That's amazing. And for being the happiness for me is making other people happy. It's weird. Like, I'll buy someone else a present, but when it comes to buying myself a present, I think 4 times. If somebody says they want something, no problem.
Because you know what?
Why?
The secret to living is giving.
Okay. So I'm on the right track then?
You get it.
I'm
bigger
normal,
rush
there's
from
nothing wrong with
giving
me?
than receiving
Yes, I do.
every time. So that's the way you're wired.
That's my high.
Yep.
Also, what
Me
gets
too.
me
We get
high
high
on,
on helping and giving.
that's right, what gets me high on life is good conversation
Yeah.
with amazing people.
Correct.
And tell me your name.
Jules.
Jules,
And you
thank you for
already
being here,
know
Jules. Jules,
how
what
I
inspired
am.
you to come into the studio today?
I was watching your last episode as a
This our
recording
breakthrough.
this morning, and the founder of what is it called? Oh, it's just there.
Miranda Walker?
Relief.
Oh,
Alliance.
Relief
The
Alliance.
Relief
From
Alliance,
Yes.
okay?
He said something. I was like, dang, he's speaking to me. You don't take opportunities.
Wow.
You don't take them. You just
Yeah, let's
pass
get
you
Aiden
by.
on here right now.
Have we ever met in person before? Because you do look familiar. Where did we meet? At the
Top 42.
We met at TAP.
Is it
Jules!
Jules?
Oh my God!
Coming.
Oh my God! You did not tell me. I said, look, Jules!
Coming.
Oh, so Olga, tell everyone, how did we meet the beautiful Jules? Who looks different today because her hair is down. And how did we meet Jules? How did that happen?
So we had a podcast, and you and I did a podcast here at the studio, and it was incredibly hot because there was no AC. And then we got out of here, and we're like, you know what, we're hungry. So we ended up at Tap 42, and we're sitting there just having a great old time. I think we walked in, and the first person we met was Jules. And she noticed that I had a laptop in my bag, and immediately she's like, hey, do you need a booth with a plug? And just that ability to take a look at the surroundings and, to provide the service without anybody having to ask you for anything really set her apart. And then we were sitting at the table, we had ordered, some food and a bottle of wine. And then Jules came over and she was like, hey, would you like a free dessert? Wow, okay, sure. Sat Jules down and we're like, okay, that's the gift, the happiness of giving. You give, but then other people give. And then it's creating this cycle of giving.
Yep.
Where everyone gives to one another and everyone builds one another and everyone
We
motivates
have to
one
give.
another, right?
Always give.
And so she sat down and we started talking about what her future goals were and what she wants to do in life, and came up with a plan. And so Jules is here because she wants to take the next step in figuring out her next business and doing what she, what is going to actually bring her fulfillment, which I think is the hardest thing sometimes for us to find.
I love that. And I'm so honored that you came to our studio today, Jules. We're gonna have you up on stage. We're gonna bring Jules up on the stage in a little bit. And what's your opinion? Is he intense?
So
Mark's blushing.
I love that. I have a beard to cover.
Mark's blushing, guys.
I think that you have a very good heart and good soul. And I think that you want to push that out to the world
Mm-hmm.
as much as possible, with also kind of receiving a form of gratitude for it. So you give, but then it's like an energy that's a transfer, right? So in your eyes, the intensity is that intense energy flowing outward and an intense energy coming back, which fuels that cycle. So
You put it like that.
I don't an infinity. So everybody can either have that same energetic infinity at a lower intensity or at a higher intensity. It's not necessarily that you're intense, but that you have a strong flow of energy going outward that promotes a strong flow coming inward.
I love that. Give it up for Olga. Love you, Olga.
Love
You're
you.
incredible. So going back to the cross-examination, Mr. Siegel,
Yes. I swear to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
you're a dad,
Yes.
you're a son,
Yes.
you're an uncle.
Yes. My nephew's coming in Friday, flying in from Long Island, driving up to UF, and I'm taking him and my son to the UFFSU game.
That's amazing. Which role do you feel the most
we'll save that for a different podcast. I would have to go with dad,
Dad?
meeting your dad. And I just spoke about it this morning on Lindsay's clubhouse room. You know, I went out to dinner, we did Thanksgiving last night with my dad and the boys because they were all jammed up on Thursday. And I'm like, listen, I don't need it to be Thursday to do Thanksgiving. And I don't need to have turkey and cranberry and stuffing. To me, every day is Thanksgiving. So it doesn't even matter. I said, as long as we're together. And, you know, my dad was talking to me, and he's like, look at these boys and look how you raised them. You know, they've been through a little bit of adversity, but reality is, I look at them and they're gorgeous and smart and successful and playing sports and going to school and getting straight A's and like it's just, and I look at them and I say, they are a product of me, because like what we just talked about my mom, how she made, well not made, how she directed and influenced me to be the way I am. I do the same thing for them. I could have my bachelorhood in my own self. I could be an uncle, sure it's not as much as time, but being a dad is like, I mean, I have to tell you, being a mom, you know, your kids, you would do anything.
Yes.
It's on your TikTok channel. Does she have TikTok?
I, to this day, you know, I have
It was
some
the
single
most
guy
recent
friends.
video we uploaded. It was like the lack of
Joey.
education.
It's like Joey talking. You know, like my single friends, and I try to explain to them what it's like, the feeling of being a dad. And you can't. Like if you and your girlfriend's just like, why can't you go out on the next night because you're with your daughter or lazy or whatever? You're like, no, play it. It's your daughter, and they don't even like process that. You know, when they
For anybody that's just joining in, you know who this is. This your girl Queen. Y'all, guess what? I'm at the studio of Multimedia Laws of Life. So just sit in. I know it's not that intense conversation that y'all used to get in with me, because honey, I got some news for y'all when I get back. In the meantime, welcome. We're live with the Laws of Life. Just sit back, listen to the conversation. I will reiterate later. I know y'all miss me. Damn, y'all cannot expect me to argue and fight all the time. You ain't gonna give me a chance to just listen to other people sometime? Sit back. You better know it.
That is a hope.
Yeah.
That means that we're having the time of our life, and we're not even eating any food. I don't really require any food to feel the joy of this connection, although it's always a nice added bonus.
Right. But do you remember when I say my favorite days are the ones that end in a Y? And I watch people go, oh. Like, it doesn't matter. I don't need a turkey. Monday, Tuesday, why not? I don't care. We're hanging out with who we want to be with.
I love that. What is your number one law of life today?
Well, I did the other one was the circle, but I want to get a different one. So another law of life. There's so many. You know what it is? You actually just inspired me for my law of life.
Jules?
Jules inspired me. My law of life is really figure out your purpose and live in it. I've said this a billion times, and everyone knows who's been around me. Stop worrying about the how and focus on your why. If you don't know what your purpose is, you hang this call up, or maybe wait till the end of it. And then you get quiet and you get in a room and you do not leave that room until you know in here, like, yes, this is what I must do. And when you feel when you realize what you must do, in that exact moment, it'll turn into, I get to do that. I knew when I was in finance for like 10, 15, actually probably, whatever, 12 years, let's say. I thought that was my purpose, but as I said the other day in my speech on Saturday, I look back now in retrospect, and I cringe from it because all I did was take and take. And yeah, they made some money and I took, and you make some really wealthy people a little bit of money, yeah, big deal. But when I went into training and when I took 13,000 pounds off of people, and when I launched the CBD company, and when I helped 6,500 people almost, and now that I'm up to 338,000 people fed as of 2 days ago, now I can say that is my purpose. Blanca always, I say it every single time. I know your favorite color is pink. I have a hot pink t-shirt with a white box and it says, what's your purpose? And I hand wrote in a Sharpie like 5 years ago to help heal the world one person at a time. I will wear that shirt until it can physically not be worn again. I actually touched it up with the Sharpie again 5 years later. So now it could be like recycled. But going back to Jules and going back to my law, if you're not living your purpose at whatever level you can do it, you're just not living. You're just walking around like a zombie sheep and just going through the motions of life.
I agree.
And I implore you to not do that.
So, in a phrase,
Yep.
what is your core purpose?
My core purpose, I will still stick to that one I wrote 5.5 years ago, to help heal the world, one person at a time. I'm gonna help them. I mean, I think about it. I've helped through finance. I've helped through personal training. I've helped through coaching that I don't really advertise, but you know I've coached a bunch of people because after being 6 years engulfed in the Tony Robbins community, I've coached business people, I've coached relationships, I've coached guys, I've coached women, I've coached teams. A certain someone maybe on this call actually had a vision the other day, and she said, you know what? You need to be coaching teams. Because teams like flock to you and look up to you and they want to be you. So stay tuned, and I just had this conversation 2 days ago, and I'll surprise right live on here. Aaron Clemens, we have to have a talk because I have a lot of ideas of how I can help with We Save Teams.
Yes.
Since we are all in community together, and I'll do that. But again, full circle, wrapping all that up is helping people, helping with the CBD, helping with the coaching, helping with the training, helping with the finances. I help with whatever. Because as I'm saying that out loud, if I had another tombstone and I get to answer that question again,
You can have as many as you want.
my word would be friend.
I think I like that.
I'm sure you like that better, right? It's a lot softer.
How about family?
Family's too trendy. You know, that might not be a cool word in like 10 years. So I need a word that's forever. Intense is forever, and friend is forever. You know, ride or die. Talk about this. Who can you call?
Ride or die. That's
I can
another
maybe
good
write
one.
that, yep. Who can you call at 2 o'clock in the morning, and on the first ring, they pick up? What's up? What do you need? Where do you need me? How can I help you? I can count on one hand those people in over 50 years of living. How many can you count on in your hands? And some people have none. Some people have, going back to your, I have 800,000 followers. Okay, how many people of those can you call at 2 in the morning and say, I need money and I need a ride and I need you right now? Go try it. I challenge, open challenge to the audience. You go ahead, try that on a Wednesday randomly and see how many people comply. And the answer's
You
gonna
got
be
20
a
bucks
couple.
in your
Yeah,
pocket?
I'll give it to you right now. I'll give you 20 bucks right now. I don't even have to answer line. You know I will.
You
I
are
was
my
asking,
ride
do
or
you want it
die.
in cash? You want it in Zelle, Cash App, Apple Pay?
I love you.
How do you want it? Love you too.
No, that's a very
Just
good,
think about
it's a great law of life, the ride or die. And that is another benefit of the Laws of Life community, is that by coming in every Tuesday to the show and having these powerful conversations, we build friendships.
Yep.
I mean, in 6 years, Mark has never missed a Laws of Life talk show. That means every single week for the last 6 years, we've had conversations in this space. And here's the other surprise. The conversations only get better and
Right.
better and deeper every time we talk.
It's over 300 episodes.
Yes, 52
And it
times
was-
6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm the Rain Man.
No, I'm grateful to
Did
you.
you ever not have an episode ever?
No, I
Never. remember I was climbing mountains in Utah, and I'm like calling in. I'm like, wait, I need a signal. I'm literally, like you said, in the dentist, in the doctor, at a funeral, at a birthday party. It doesn't matter. We're there. Law of commitment, whole other conversation. We have a lot of laws here for laws of life.
The law of making space. If you truly honor a practice, then you would make space for it in your life.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know what? I just got a new law of life.
Okay.
It actually inspired me is the same way that I take this show
Yeah.
and honor it with the law of space, whatever it is, I have to take the same law of zealousness with the gym. Like, it should be the gym. I do go to the gym at least 3-4 days a week, but I should be there every day. Every day at 7 a.m. 7 to 8:30 a.m., the law of honoring that space, or maybe do 4 days a week because it's a little hard on
I'll
Tuesday.
compromise with 5.
5?
5 days a week.
The law of making the space, literally. And that's another thing that comes out of this show is that you will be ignited with new laws of life in your
Yep.
heart. Just like when Jules said you saw that Peace Alliance speech, that every opportunity, it's up to you. There's a million opportunities in this room, but which one are you gonna take? Which one, who are you gonna invite? Who are you going to connect with? Are you gonna answer your phone? You know, if you can get the opportunity, but if you don't answer your phone, you aren't gonna close the deal. You aren't gonna make it happen.
Right.
You aren't going to get to the next level.
Law of being available.
Law of being available.
By
Gotta
the
be
way, I went to
available.
the gym this morning before this. That's why I just made it on time because it's non-negotiable.
It's non-negotiable. Well, with AI, there's really no excuse for not being available. I downloaded an app called the CuriousThing.ai, and it answers my phone for $20 a month. It sends me a text message with a recording of the message. If it's urgent, I can call them back. If it's not urgent, I can just send them a quick text, hey, I got your message, and make sure. I just want to remind everybody in the studio audience to make sure that you park in an unmarked parking spot, not branded, because that's very important. You don't want your car to get towed. Mark, tell us about the event for tomorrow night.
Okay.
What's your vision for that?
And my vision first is that everyone on here picks up their phone and texts 3 people and say, hop on this call right now.
That would be nice. Casey, Jeanette, Alyssa, Joey, text 5 people right now. Text them the link. The session ID is in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. You can hit that upward arrow, copy the link, and email it to 5 people and say, get into this link right now. We gotta spread the message. We gotta
Yep.
share it. That's
Yep.
what community empowerment is.
Absolutely.
There should be 500 people in this online
It should be.
audience.
Where's Mio, Casey? Let's go. Get her up.
That's
Got her on there.
right. Tell Mio to come
We
in.
helped her foot the other night. So yeah, we'll talk about the event tomorrow.
I'll take that.
Someone blocked the studio with a red car and they're gonna tow it,
Who has a red
or
car?
like, it's
Oh, I
right
have
in
a
front
red
of the
car.
studio.
Oh, yeah.
Red car,
Yeah,
Casey,
you got-
red car.
Can't park out.
There's a law of life. You never want to be told at the loss of life. So, the event tomorrow. So, this is my 4th year doing this event. And going back to my original law of quality instead of quantity, only people attending this event were physically called by me or you. And that's it. This is not for the masses. I do not need an army full of people. But what we do is, and we do the same thing every year, we pay a fee. And I love the first year I did this when I started telling people, I'm like, all right, you guys got to Zell me to hang out with me. And they're like, you got to pay to hang out with you? I'm like, yes, you do. Because I'm going to give 100% of it to Feeding America. And if they give me any flack about it, then respectfully, I don't want to hang out with you. So it's very simple. This year we're donating $25 a person to Feeding America. Feeding America is going to match that amount, make it $50. I'm working on a triple donor right now that I'll know tonight. That could possibly make that up to 100. That gets fed out at 10 cents a meal, which will then feed 1,000 people. So just think about that. Let's even forget about the triple for a second. Let's just make believe like Jeanette. Jeanette can't make it, but Jeanette sent $25. $25 will become 50. 50 will feed out at 10x. Jeanette fed 500 people tomorrow without being there. So hair, no hair.
Yes.
Big shout out, send me $50 on my way over here. That's gonna be double, that's 100. The 100 goes 10x, that's 1,000. Zohair will feed 1,000 people tomorrow.
That's incredible. Is he coming as well?
He will be in another event, but I don't believe he will be there. Mike Owen sends regards, will be at another event, St. Ganesh is at another event. I know a lot of people that are gonna be a lot of other events, and people always ask me, why do you always do it on Wednesday before Thanksgiving? I'm cooking, I'm traveling, I have a turkey in the oven. Because growing up, Wednesday night, the night before Thanksgiving, was like the night. Like, do you remember, like, going out, like, yeah, we got no school tomorrow, no work tomorrow. Wednesday night of Thanksgiving is like New Year's Eve. So, I started 4 years ago, and I went to a restaurant in City Place, and I was like, listen, I don't want to rent a room, and I don't want to spend money on expenditures. Can we just kind of come here, and we'll buy our own drinks, and I'll buy food for everyone? And it started, and now, so far, every year, we have fed 10 to 15,000 people per 3-hour stint, and I know tomorrow, and if I have to throw in a few hundred extra myself, I will hit that number. We are going to feed a minimum of 12,000 tomorrow, and then that will take QPT to 350,000.
Let's give a round of applause for that, guys. That is incredible. Well, you're setting an example of philanthropy, which is why you were awarded Philanthropist of the Year last year at the Laws of Life Royal Luncheon. And I really acknowledge you for teaching us that practice of helping feed America through the networking process. And how can people contact you if they want a ticket?
So here's what we'll do. The event is quote unquote, I'm using air quotes for those who can't see, closed out. However, by 3 p.m. today, I have to contact the restaurant again and give them a final head count and how much food we're going to
How
have
do we
there.
contact?
You can, ready? Let's just make this simple since the whole planet has my number. 917-776-6528.
I see Casey's writing it down. She's grabbing it
Or
down. Say it one more time.
917-776-6528. That is my cell. MARC, my name, at QPTCBD is my email. QPTCBD is my Insta. QPTCBD is my Facebook. We get the pattern here. You reach out to me, or two things can happen. One, you can Zelle, Cash App, or Apple Pay. 25 if you want to just donate and you're for some reason not going to be there, and it will be doubled like some people. Or if you are going to physically attend, send 35. I will add your head count for the food, and then I will see you. And the second I get that payment, I will text you the exact address of where we're going to be. Because 5 people on the drive over here, I don't see a specific address on the thing.
Okay.
I know that. I purposely did it that
No,
way.
I love that.
I don't want everyone showing
Surprise
up.
location. Olga liked that last week when
Yeah.
you said it's a surprise. Well, Mark, we love you.
Love you too.
I cannot wait to celebrate
Yeah,
you
tomorrow.
every time we do
Yeah.
is a celebration. We're celebrating already. So let's open it up to the Laws of Life studio audience and the online audience for any questions from Mark about his purpose, his mission, or his experience in the world. Questions? Jeanette?
Well, I don't have a question. I don't have a question, but I have a statement. I'm just real excited that Mark is doing that because I worked at a food bank in Tallahassee, and I was their front office person, but I got to see the people coming in that needed food, and our boxes were so small, and it was for a whole month. So I love what you're doing. I love Tony Robbins, you know that, and I think it's really great that you're multiplying everything.
Love that. Thank you, Jeanette. Joey, what are your comments today, my Mr. Hollywood?
My comments is I will be getting a hold of Mark so I can feed some people later today.
Awesome, brother. Love it.
That is so nice. Alisa, Lynch, any questions?
I just want to say I'm looking forward to seeing everyone tomorrow and having a blast and feeding. How many people are we feeding?
We're going to feed at least 12,000 or no one's going home.
All right.
Perfect.
12,000. Any other questions from the online
I will.
Okay.
Come to the stage, Jules.
Come on up, Jules.
Welcome, Jules, to the
Come
stage.
on, Jules.
So fun.
Come on up. Come hang out.
So I do have a question. How do you
Let's welcome Jules.
emotional boundaries with not taking things from you? It must be hard, like helping and trying to help, but then you only have so much to get. How do you not more emptiness?
It's so, I just had this conversation yesterday, and they're like, how do you do this? You have 2 kids, you're a single dad, you have 2 businesses, you have charity, you're doing this, you're traveling. So for me, I'll just say this, my exact routine is literally almost the same. I wake up and I do breath work and gratitude work every single morning. I do not get out of my bed until that is done. Because if you don't start your platform right, you are going to be dealing with all that stuff from the night before, per se. So I get into such a peak state of gratitude and bliss before I even get into a shower or go to the gym. I then spend time in the gym, which really clears my head and gets my body physically awoke and ready. And my literal 13, 14 minutes on the elliptical is when my mind is like the hamster wheel, and I'm like, send this package out, buy more Bitcoin, donate to charity, pull back Blanca, go to, I'm literally doing like 20 things in my head, and when that 14 minutes is over, it's shut. And then it's me against the weights, and I don't want to use the word against because they help me, so me and the weights, language correction. I like correcting my language a lot, I say it out loud. And then I do my work, and I help people, and then I love taking my naps. I highly recommend a nap to everybody. I know people say, like, what are you, like, 90? But guess what?
It's the truth.
A friend of old client of mine said the secret to his whole success of life was a 40-minute nap every day.
It
and
is
multiple businesses,
the body,
multiple cars,
your body.
multiple homes. I trained him when he was 90. And I'm like, you're my hero. I want to do that. And then I spend time with either my kids or my family or friends, and then have a little fun. And now I started doing a new thing. I do like a wind down gratitude moment of the day at night.
Mm-hmm.
And now I like just let everything go out of what has to. But going back to all of that, obviously being healthy, I take CBD every day for 5.5 years as an owner of a CBD company, so that doesn't hurt because that stops all anxiety, ADD, ADHD, and all that stuff. So it's, in summary, gratitude, taking care of your body, taking care of your mind, segmenting time during the day to let that all like bleh, go through and out, and then leave it. Because a lot of people get stuck and they, you know, and I'm guessing, i.e. when you're finding your purpose, you're gonna have a lot of noise.
Yes,
And then you're
yes.
gonna start questioning, like,
Yes.
what is, like, how is that? Like,
Yeah.
watch this, can we do this, can we do a little live intervention action right now, kind of? So what is the most exciting thing that lights you up? Like, if you could wake up, money's not the issue. You could wake up tomorrow morning, and now you are the owner of, or you're the facilitator of blank. Putting you on
Can't
the
hear.
spot. It's gotta be something deep down, like you have 10 million in the bank already, your car, your house, everything's paid for. You wake up and you're gonna go do what?
I just enjoy people.
Okay,
I mean, we talked about this at the restaurant that I enjoy connecting with people. I think you can learn so much from people. I think that's the basis of education.
Mhm.
And I'm very passionate. I'm very passionate.
Don't I
about
tell
learning.
y'all that?
I'm always learning.
It's about the
And
people.
I think that
In
learning
me.
never stops. A lot of arrogance comes from not being humble to learn from people.
yeah,
Anyone and everyone. You can learn from a person on the corner of the street and, I don't know, the president of the United States. Like, you can learn from everyone. And connecting with people, learning, teaching them, and letting them teach me.
okay.
That's.
We're gonna dial this further now. So would you say you learn more from men or women? You keep, they hear my voice, I'm sure. Who do you learn more from, men or women? Do Do you think we're equal? Okay, so now here we go. Now would you say, let's put that into a 30-year age span. What 30-year age span are the women that you've learned from the most? So like 40 to 70, we'll just make up a number? Okay, so now you like dealing with 40 to 70-year-old women, and you like learning. Do you like teaching them?
Yes.
Okay.
If they're humble enough to learn from me.
And what do you think you'd be an awesome teacher of?
Introspection.
Okay.
I like getting to the why of things with other people.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so now all of a sudden you might just have went into a whole coaching women who are 40 to 70 on the introspection of their life and their why and their purpose.
Yeah.
So what's ironic is you, in searching for your purpose, might have the purpose of helping other people find their purpose.
Wow, I just got chills on that one.
Bang.
But that's the most difficult thing about being a younger person, or even an older person, is that people become so consumed with paying their rent and their light bill that they actually forget what it means to have a purpose and do something that truly drives you to do it every day, and it's not a job, because you're in love with your purpose. You have a passion for your purpose. You're addicted to it. You're positively addicted. And so it takes time. And the other thing is that sometimes the darkest moments, the time you feel the most down, the most depressed, the highest level of anxiety, when you're quote unquote fed up with life, is when you often figure out what is right. What is it? I actually found my purpose on one of my darkest days.
You got to give up.
Became your purpose.
You got to give up. Give up.
So you gotta, like, when
Yeah.
you're feeling really angry or upset or down, is the exact time to ask yourself, what do you want? Ask that little girl inside of you, that little 4-year-old, what makes you happy?
And I want to say something too.
Queen wants to share. Let's bring Queen to the stage.
She could stay there, but I wanted to respond to something that you were saying. I wanted,
Oh, that's another chair next to Mark. Sit
Yeah.
here, Jules.
yeah, I just wanted to respond to her real quick.
Come to the stage, sit next to Jules.
I just wanted to respond to you real quick because I was recording too. Oh,
Sit,
okay.
have a seat. Can you move that?
Hold this for me.
corner
Hold this
so
for me real
Queen
quick.
can sit down? Oh, what a gentleman you are, Mark, letting the ladies have the chair.
Why, thank you.
All right,
Mark is
Queen.
a gentleman.
This
He's
is
been
Queen,
tense.
everybody. Say hi to Queen, everybody.
Hello,
Oh,
how
all
are
right.
you?
What's your comment?
Well, I wanted to comment and say to you, one thing that I actually picked up on like instantly was when you said you connect to ladies like 30 because you feel like if they're humble and they listen, but I think one thing that you're doing is being in the middle line of it. So I'm not sure of your age, but my daughter is 23, so I figure you're in between those ages of the 20s and the 30s. So one thing I feel like you also do as well is you teach patience. Because you took your time to answer that question. And one thing that happens with ladies my age and older, especially when we've gone through things, sometimes it takes us to a place where we have to start practicing patience. And then the young ladies closer to your age, they're so uppity and they're ready to go and they can't stop and they know it all and then you're telling them what it was. You're also teaching patience as well, especially in the economy like that. So maybe that's something that you should hone in on as well. Because patience, humility, being humble,
Is that your phone, Father?
that's the starts of your heart. And when you're in your heart working, that's when you can move. And like Mark was saying, intense. And the reason why I like to take words that people may say they're bad words or no, that's not the right word because man gave you the definition, but your heart gave you something different. So when I talk to people, if I had to put the first thing on my brain, I would put me. And the reason why I would put me is because at times I'm very intense. And being intense doesn't make it bad. Sometimes you got to go to intense, like that dark place where you get fed up and you fed up and you can't take it anymore. And when you can't take it anymore, that's intensity. And sometimes it's not other people that's intense, it's you that's the intense one on your own. And in order to get to that peace that right side of you, you got to get the intensity up. So I would definitely agree with you with the word intense. And you said on the other grade that you would put, you said that you would put friends. And on my other grade, I would put me. Because whenever you want to combine those two words, you're going to get me, intense, or intense, me. So So either intent's gonna have to work on me, or me gonna have to work on intense. So I've learned to take words and take things and take situations and find the negative in it, but somehow in that intensity, you're gonna find the positive in it as well. So I definitely agree with that word, and I love the word me. Because if you don't get to me, you're not gonna get to you, not gonna get to she. And when I say me is not me genderizing, it's not me colorizing, it's just me. So on my grade to say me, it could be a man in the grade that's talking about me. It could be a woman that's talking about me. It's whoever me is, that's what you get. You get that me. And sometimes it's intense, because I get very intense. I'm a full-blooded Capricorn.
You are channeling my mother.
Is
right
that
now.
your phone, Mommy?
You are channeling her with your beauty, elegance, confidence.
Thank you.
And you know what? That could be, maybe that is a missing puzzle piece. Intensity.
Yeah.
Intensity.
See how you were thinking of it in a negative
Intensity,
connotation before we.
it is attractive because intensity makes you more authentic.
That's right.
Because you're not filtering. You're like, this is me.
That's right.
And that's the other puzzle piece.
That's
This is me.
And to be intense, you got to understand that intensity, whether it's on a good or bad, you're never gonna please any and everyone. So like you said, when you first sat down, everybody's not gonna like me. They all don't like me. When I walk in the room, I learned to walk in the room by myself. But before I walk in the room, I put God in the building first. So when I walk, everybody around me that feels I'm too intense, those that feel like I'm too peaceful, guess what? I have a shield around me to where when the wrong energy tries to enter me and my intensity, it goes back out no matter which way it goes. So I'm not here to please everyone. I'm here to complete and accomplish whatever mission that my heart found. Just like Mark said, is what my
Preach.
heart found. My heart
Fired
found.
up.
I love it.
Are you fired
You
up?
better get fired up.
You know what? I'm fired up right now. Are you fired? Are you fired up too?
I'm pissed.
Okay. Say it. Preach.
So I think that intensity that you were saying earlier, I was thinking that I think that intensity does have that connotation. I did understand your point where it's like it's often violent, it's often aggressive, but I also agree with you that we give it that meaning as a society because we do not label other things as intense, like an intense love. I think intensity is just a concentrated version of passion.
Ooh.
No.
I like that.
Maybe your word is actually passionate.
You can look it up.
Whoa.
If you can-
I don't think he takes objection with that.
Yeah, I would say I'm passionate.
While we have you up on the stage, Jules, do you just want to share a little bit about how people can connect with you now that they've gotten to know you through your laws of life?
Let's see. I'm not on social media at the moment. I'm on social media stories that I'm posting on but Instagram is Julie
Julie.Larissa. All right, so everyone can connect with Julie. Remember, also try to follow everyone that's in the group. And Queen, how do you spend your days?
I spend my days honestly. Once I found myself, and I'm gonna just give the recent days because at one point I was in the darkness of not knowing where I was at or what I was supposed to be doing. So I actually got into a situation last year, and I started on social media at the age of 50. And I thought it was the wrong thing to do, but I found it was the right thing. And upon me being on social media, it opened up the doors to why I couldn't find myself, because the people that were on the ground that I was looking for, they were nowhere around. So I hear you say that you're not on social media again, and you'll get your way back around because you probably find it even on the ground. You can't find where your crowd is at and what you're supposed to be doing. I know I have to come back in here and being in here and talk.
Mommy.
My voice is powerful. I'm a powerful me. It got me closer to the God, but when I say God, I mean in my heart. Some people use the word guard, but I say God, heart. So it got me there without religion, without any, missiles being thrown my way, because I am who I am. It brought me around to, because I'm that type of person, and I live on what's right, and if it's wrong, we need to understand why it's wrong. So it brought me to the realms of being a socialist activist. So I have a nonprofit called the Socialist Civil Circle, and I stand up for the rights of the wrong and misunderstood. So my job is when they can't express themselves as to how they're feeling, that's why I feel like I need to step in because there's a big miscommunication because you can't be yourself when you speak, when you're too aggressive, when you're speaking too low, when you're too passive. So I formed my socialist civil circle and I did it on my YouTube channel, which is DE Set on YouTube, and that's DEE, another DEE, SAIDDIT. So I'm on here and I talk about a lot of different things. And Mark, I also would be going back to Mark again, but then I like to put my head up there. I like to put my head up there. Mark has it going on. But Mark even mentioned about crypto, so that helps me want to speak to you about that too, because a lot of people don't understand that crypto is a different form. It's a different way of making money, especially when you're feeling these days that there's so many businesses that are shutting down. You got to, they want to pay you what they want to pay you. So it got me in the realm of so many different YouTube channels, wanting to help them, wanting to them to understand that you can get in the air, not just on social media, but get in the air with currency. So I'm interested in a conversation like that as well. Just me connecting with people.
I love that. Well, you're amazing.
Thank you.
And the minute, okay, so how I met Queen, saw you on Saturday night at the Relief Alliance, saw that glow around you and said, I have to, okay, here's a new law of life. When you see them glow, say hello.
Oh, beautiful.
You just ignited that.
Beautiful.
So I want to thank you for accepting our invitation. And this is just the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Everyone be reminded that I believe people, everybody, I believe I was in the wrong room that day.
Yes.
I believe I was in the wrong room because I kept questioning, is this the place I'm supposed to be? Is this the place I'm supposed to be?
Oh my God, you spent on Saturday.
Yes,
Saturday.
just on Saturday.
And I told Blanca when I walked back in the room, I promise you I was not planning on coming back in that building. I was done and I was out taking pictures. And I just simply said, go back in the building. And I went back in and I kind of dumped it. I kind of made her kind of leaned in on each other and we just.
I loved her meeting.
So cool.
Yes,
You met Casey Saturday too, right?
I sure did.
And
What?
Mio on Saturday.
Absolutely. Well, I love it. I'm so glad you're here. Let's now introduce Christine Zalazo. Christine is, hey, Dr. Sherry, thanks for popping in. Thank you, Queen. We love you. Give it up for Queen. Dropping diamonds. Christine Zalazo is
You're welcome.
sponsor of the Lazo Life platform.
Hello,
And you have been so supportive, so tell everybody about you.
hello, everybody. Happy pre-Thanksgiving.
Same to you.
My name is Christine Zalazo. Most of you know me by now, but I'm the broker owner with your home sold guaranteed realty. I guarantee the sale of your home. If I don't sell it, I will buy it myself. I will also guarantee that your satisfaction of a purchase on a home that you buy through me. And if you're not satisfied, I will buy it back from you or I will sell it for free. If I do not return your phone call within 24 hours, I will donate $100 of my commission on each occurrence towards your closing costs. And also, anybody you refer to me, I will donate a portion of my commission to We Save the Teens.
See, that's another example of our charity partner, We Save Teens, coming in alignment with our silver sponsor, Christine Zalazo, and you setting an example of charity, right? And Christine, every commission is donating a piece to We Save Teens. And I always talk about the contract with the universe is to donate, make a contract, you're gonna donate 1%, 2%, 5%, whatever that number that feels right to you, to charity. And at that end of the year, make that donation to the charity or multiple charities. You can feed so many people with Feeding America, as Mark has demonstrated. And what is your #1 law of life today, Christine Zalazo?
Give it all you have in order for the universe to give you what your dreams are.
Wow, beautiful.
I think that is the definition of community empowerment. The more you give, keep empowering others, shining a light. Everybody's got a cell phone. Interview people in the street. Turn strangers into angels. Shine a light on others. And I promise you, you will discover the greatest fun you've ever had. The greatest friendships you've ever made. And I love that. I love that. So what do you got planned for Thanksgiving?
I'm going to my mom's, and from there, we're going to our neighbors.
Okay. And is your mom cool? Is she like, I naggy mom? Is she fun? Is she quiet? What's she like?
Well, we all know.
Wow.
Oh, she's pleading the Fifth Amendment. It's all right. We love all moms.
Your attorney's here.
We love all
You
moms.
know, my mom's cool. She's a very giving and loving person.
Yeah. Well, you are a giving and loving person too,
Thank you.
and that's why I think the We Save Teens is important, because a lot of these foster teens, they haven't felt that same type of love necessarily that Mark and I and you were lucky to receive, and so they're helping these teens with the gap period from reaching 18 and no longer having a foster parent to going through college and going through life to being that younger chapter where you need mentors, you need guidance.
Thank you so
And
much for
so
joining
everybody
in.
go to
This
WeSaveTeens.org,
is the
December
Laws
3rd.
of Life.
The Laws of
I
Life is
appreciate you
posted
coming
on
in.
tomorrow,
I'll be back.
which
I'll be on
will
live
happen.
in about
We Save Teens. Check
an
it out
hour and a
on
half.
Instagram, buy your
Talk to you
tickets.
soon.